welcome back to the channel. This is officially the last week before 2026. Obviously when this video comes out it will already be 2026, but it's currently the 31st of December here. So I'm filming this then and I'm baking cookies, as you already know from the title, because I have friends coming over later and I'm hoping that this new thing is gonna make my cookies foolproof. Because if you've watched my previous videos, you know I really struggle to get cookies right. I don't know if it's like, if it's me, it's probably me. But I'm hoping this is gonna make my life a lot easier. Ta-da! Do you see this? This is gorgeous. I got this for Christmas. My dad and his partner got it for me. It's so hot today. I can't believe I'm filming in the kitchen right now. It's just insanely hot, but got this. I haven't used it yet because we were away visiting Brendan's family in Joburg and we're now back. So I get to use my stand mixer and I thought, why not make cookies? The one thing I've been struggling with, let's see if this is gonna change the game. We're making cinnamon roll soft sugar cookies. I'll put the link to the recipe in the description below as per usual. Found on TikTok, went to the link that they posted their recipe on, so it's like an official recipe. And I'm really, really excited. It even has icing for the top. So really excited. I hope this works well. I hope it's easy. I hope this makes my life so easy, okay? Because baking's expensive. Okay, I don't know how people are doing so much baking. Butter is so expensive and this recipe has butter and cream cheese. So that part was really expensive. So I really hope it turns out well and that this saves my life. Also, comment down below what else I should be making with this. I know you can make like really cool bread recipes. Like maybe I'll be making my own naan and buns and stuff like that. Like what else do you think I should be doing with my stand mixer? First things first, I do actually need a small bowl to put my dry ingredients into. Oh my god, I haven't even taken out all my ingredients. Who do I think I am? I've been setting my eggs and my butter and even my cream cheese on the table to soften by itself and come down to room temp. So that I took out, but I didn't take anything else out. Hang on. I might tie up my hair as well because I'm not dealing very well with the heat. I'm literally sweating. Just put my makeup on as well. So that is very disappointing. Then I'm ready. I could even get an apron, but I feel like I'm gonna need one because I'm not gonna be doing all the hard work this time. So our dry ingredients are cinnamon, salt, flour, baking powder. That's it. Just going into this small mixer. 2.5 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 cup of granulated sugar, cinnamon, salt, flour, baking powder. That's it. Why? I had a huge brain fart, I'm sure you now know. Wasn't supposed to put sugar in there yet. That is really disappointing. I'm gonna have to throw this whole thing up. Put in the sugar on the other side of the table so I can't reach for it. Right, 2.5 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay, and not sugar. We're gonna do 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. This is supposed to be the easy part and I already messed up, so I'm really upset about that. Just need to mix it all together and then set it aside. Literally the first step. Oh my god. I really hope this is not foreshadowing for the rest of this video. Now that chaotic part is done, we're now moving over to the stand mixer fitted with a paddle attachment, which I've never had before. So I'm very, very excited. We're putting the butter in here. I'm just gonna read what it says so I don't mess up again. Add the butter to beat 1 minute until smooth. Scrape down the sides of the bowl. I can do that. Butter, it is 1 cup of softened, unsalted butter. I hate touching butter, so I'm using up leftovers from another one, and then I do have a whole other one. I don't even know if I needed to buy new butter, and if I didn't, I'm actually like really upset with myself. Cost me 100 rand for butter. Soften, yay! That's the nice thing about it being a hot day is I didn't have to wait long for my butter to soften or come down to room temp because it's so hot. It doesn't say, it says 1 cup or 2 sticks, and so I could have just bought 2 sticks, but for the price of it, it just makes more sense financially to buy a block and then I get to use it for other things. Adding it in. Okay, well, I guess let's switch this baby on. Hoping for the best. Put this thing down. Woo! I haven't even taken the tape off yet for the dial. I'm gonna add the sugar that I accidentally added earlier and the cream cheese and beat for 2 to 3 minutes until light and fluffy, I think is what it says. So 1 cup of sugar and then some cream cheese. It says 2 ounces, which I look for tablespoons because it uses cream cheese for the icing. It's like roughly for 2 ounces gonna be 4 tablespoons, so it might be slightly less. I'm gonna eyeball a little bit. Now we beat it. Now we're gonna add in 1 egg yolk, and it says vanilla bean paste. I don't have that, that's too expensive, so I'm just gonna use regular vanilla essence and hope for the best. We're doing 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. It is so much more fun to do it in a stand mixer because it feels like a little experiment, like I'm making a potion. I'm just adding things to my cauldron and then my cauldron mixes itself. I love this thing. And beat for 1 more minute. Okay, now we are adding the flour mixture until just combined. It says be careful not to overmix, so I'm just gonna watch this thing like a hawk. I think that's until just combined. It's pretty smooth still, but that's okay because we're now gonna cover this bowl. First we need to scrape everything off and then put it in the fridge for 30 minutes. So let's attempt that. This is what the batter is looking like, so we're gonna cover this and put it in the fridge. We are back! And I'm still melting, but this time I'm getting more tired. I love being 26. I have so much energy. It looks pretty similar to me. It does smell really good, but now we're going to take, she has a cookie scooper. I do not have one. If anyone wants to get me one, please, I want one so badly. But she says roughly 4 tablespoons. I'm gonna make them smaller. We're gonna roll them out on a floured surface. And it's like rolled out like almost like a snake, and then you roll it back into itself to do like a little swirl, almost like Cinnabon does. And we're gonna use a spatula to put that onto the baking tray. So let's do that. I've done roughly, I think 3 tablespoons, but they were heaped. This looks massive. I don't know if I want it to be this big, but now we have our little thing, just so you can roughly see what I'm doing. And they're not going to be as pretty as hers because it's obviously my first time doing it, but I'm hoping I get better at it as I do it more and more. That is huge. I'm thinking I want them to be like that big, so I'm going to cut off the end of this log and roll them. I'm thinking 2 heaped tablespoons will be enough. That is so cute. Successfully have 1 on. I'm so proud of myself. Let's do the rest. Speed run. Here they are. These are now going in for, it says 8 to 10 minutes, but if you prefer them to be, what'd she say? If you prefer them to be a little bit crisper on the outside, which I do, bake for an extra 1 to 2 minutes. So I'm gonna do 10, see how they're looking, and then I might do an extra couple minutes. But I'm gonna watch them. So here they go. I'm proud to say, the cookies have worked. Look at these. Okay, they are huge. They're definitely big. I'll get to that in a second. But I love that they're still a little bit golden and the gold on the bottom because that's how I like my cookies. And they're holding up. The fact that I can hold them and not falling apart. I'm so unbelievably happy. Now, I want to be careful with this one because it's still cooling. The other one is my second batch. The other ones are cool. This is the size I think they should be. This is the size it ended up from being. So if you don't have a cookie scoop like she does and you're doing the tablespoon measurement, I would actually just say 1 really over-heaped tablespoon. Just 1 tablespoon. It says 4 tablespoons and I was like maybe 2. It's actually just 1 overheaped one. Others they are massive, so it makes a lot less. But if you want big cookies, sure. I personally want more, but this is fine. This works really well for tonight since it's a small group of people. So the only thing is if you want a cookie, you really have to commit to it because it is really big. But now it's time to make the glazed icing that goes on top. Back to the lovely stand mixer. That's the reason why everything worked out so well. Place cream cheese in the bowl. Beat for 1 minute until smooth. I can do that. So the remainder of the cream cheese, I hope it's enough. It is supposed to be glazed, so I can't really mess it up that much, I don't think. There goes nothing. Now I'm going to add some powdered sugar and milk and then beat it. It says start on low speed till combine, then increase to medium to beat until very smooth. Powdered sugar, it is 1.5 cups and 1/4 cup of whole milk. Okay, we have some icing. We're now going to stir in some vanilla and cinnamon. Oh, right, I've just gone completely silent. I was focusing so hard. It's half a teaspoon of cinnamon and a teaspoon of vanilla. And then I'm just gonna stir it in with the same spoon. Ooh, okay, perfect. It did say it should be runny but thick, which it is. Oh my god, that's actually way more cinnamon than I thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna squat so I can show you what I'm doing when I stand up, but it's the moment we're waiting for. It is time to actually glaze the cookies. I've decided to put cling wrap down because it's obviously gonna mess. It might drizzle over the side. I had to maybe make it the icing a little bit thinner. I wasn't happy with the way it mixed, so I put it back in to blend through. So it might be thinner, but regardless, I'm sure it'll taste amazing. I'm gonna take a spoon, scoop it out, and then spread it around. That spread so well. I don't even know if you can see that, so I'll show you in a different cookie. Okay, you should be able to see this one. They're so big, I need more than just a spoonful. I did intentionally make them spill over a little bit. I just think it gives it more like the Cinnabon vibe, which I really like. I'm just gonna sprinkle some cinnamon on. I've taken off the tripod so I can come and show you what I've done. This is what they look like. I think they look delicious. I kind of put too much cinnamon on this one over here. I ended up on just spreading it in with the icing sugar, but you can't tell me that doesn't actually look like a Cinnabon. I feel like it really does. These look delicious. So now I'm just gonna wait for them to harden and settle down. And the true test will be once I pick it up, if everything is okay, and we can do a taste test since it is an uneven number. It's gonna be an uneven number regardless. But there's a teeny tiny one. We'll use that as a taste test so we know if it's good before guests come and try it. Okay, the icing isn't dry just yet, but I'm impatient and I want to taste this one. The other one's gonna wait to dry. So we're gonna try the smallest one. I don't know if you can see that. I'm scared to tilt it. I'm just gonna come real close. Ta-da! It's nearly dry. It's getting there. I brought my boyfriend here, Brendan, so he can try it as well. Oh wow. This feels like a fancy cookie that you would buy at some fancy cookie place. I don't know if that makes sense. So I can proudly say that that was a huge success. I'm so happy I got to use my stand mixer and this recipe was amazing. Definitely recommend giving it a shot. But thank you so much for watching till the end of this if you did. I do post a YouTube video every Saturday. I took a break for Christmas, but I do post one every Saturday if you want to see. Or you just subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I do post a new video. I also have my Instagram and TikTok links down below if you want to check out any content there. It is different, so you can be entertained on the other apps as well. I do different lifestyle content and I do a lot of reading stuff as well lately. But I hope you have a lovely first week of 2026 and I'll see you next time. Bye.